Now to the 8-day trip to space, turning into 8 months.
NASA's initial test launch with the Boeing Starliner capsule has not worked out well, to say the least.
The U.S. space agency NASA says the 2 American astronauts who are stuck on the International Space Station.
Elon Musk recently uncovered a shocking issue with Boeing Starliner, which has left 2 astronauts stranded on the International Space Station. NASA has now turned to SpaceX, Musk's company, to rescue them, raising serious questions about the future of Boeing's troubled spacecraft. What is Musk's master plan to help the astronauts return to Earth? Let us explore whether this could be the beginning of the end for Boeing's space ambitions. NASA astronauts trapped in space. Back in June, NASA sent 2 astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams, up into space, planning for them to be back home in time to celebrate the 4th of July. However, plans have changed dramatically. Today, NASA announced that these astronauts would now be spending their holidays and even welcoming the new year from space. Their return has been postponed due to issues with their initial spacecraft, which has been experiencing problems like a helium leak and malfunctioning thrusters. This unexpected extension turns their short trip into a 6-month saga in orbit, as they now have to wait for a SpaceX Crew Dragon to ferry them back to Earth. But what NASA hasn't revealed yet is the shocking discovery that could change the course of this mission entirely, something so unexpected that it might even prevent the astronauts from coming back at all. The situation has stirred up a lot of tension and frustration within Boeing, the company responsible for the problematic spacecraft. This setback is just the latest in a string of problems that have been plaguing Boeing, especially after a series of issues with their commercial flights earlier this year. An employee from Boeing's space program in Florida shared anonymously that this recent mishap has significantly worsened the company's situation. It's a tough spot to be in, especially since they often find themselves criticizing SpaceX, the very company that is now their only hope for a timely solution. The irony of the situation is not lost on the staff, who find it embarrassing and distressing that they have to rely on their competitor to solve their problems. The morale at Boeing is at an all-time low, with many employees pointing fingers at NASA for their current public relations nightmare. They initially promised that their Starliner craft, which launched the astronauts on its first crewed flight on June 5th, could bring them back safely. But after over 2 months of rigorous testing and ongoing issues with the craft, NASA decided it was safer to switch to SpaceX for the return trip. The Starliner, still attached to the ISS, faced a critical helium leak just before launch, which got worse after docking. It also encountered several thruster failures. Despite some repairs and troubleshooting, the safest course of action, according to NASA, was to wait for SpaceX's Dragon Crew 9 mission slated for February 2025. We really thought the Starliner would be able to bring them back without any issues, but NASA didn't want to take any risks, a Boeing employee explained. According to him, NASA is also trying to manage its own reputation and certainly doesn't need a tragedy involving astronaut casualties. Steve Stitch, the manager of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, noted that there were some disagreements with Boeing about the level of risk acceptable for this mission. While Boeing chose not to comment on NASA's decision to switch to SpaceX, they emphasized their commitment to ensuring that the Starliner could eventually return to Earth safely and reliably. "Ensuring the safety of the crew and the spacecraft remains our top priority," Boeing stated to the Post. Boeing has already spent roughly $1.5 billion over their initial contract of $4.5 billion with NASA, which still plans to use the Starliner as an alternative means of transportation to the ISS alongside SpaceX's Crew Dragon. Space exploration is a field filled with incredible successes and daunting challenges. From the Apollo missions to the current age of private space companies, the pursuit of space travel continues to be a high-stakes endeavor fraught with both remarkable achievements and significant setbacks. This new era of space exploration is largely defined by the competition between private companies like Elon Musk's SpaceX and traditional aerospace giants like Boeing. Musk, the driving force behind SpaceX, has transformed the space industry with his ambitious goals, such as reducing space travel costs and colonizing Mars. On the other hand, Boeing, with its long history in aerospace, entered the space race with the development of the CST-100 Starliner in collaboration with NASA. The Starliner was designed to be a direct competitor to SpaceX's Dragon capsule, marking a pivotal moment in the competitive landscape of space travel. This rivalry is a crucial part of NASA's Commercial Crew program, which aims to revitalize America's capability to launch astronauts from its own soil, fostering a spirit of innovation and competitive drive among various private sector players. As Boeing deals with the problems of its spacecraft, the pressure increases, showing just how much is at risk for the future of space missions. Starliner fails again. Astronauts stuck. Boeing's Starliner spacecraft was meant to safely carry astronauts to the International Space Station, but it stumbled out of the gate. In December 2019, during its first unmanned test flight, a software glitch caused the Starliner to miss its orbit, complicating the mission. Thankfully, it made it back to Earth safely, but the mission was only considered partially successful. This slip-up led to a lot of scrutiny over Boeing, as many wondered how such a mistake could have happened. Following this failure, NASA and Boeing conducted a thorough investigation to find out what went wrong. They discovered several software errors in the Starliner, some of which could have resulted in severe consequences if they hadn't been caught and fixed. This situation raised serious questions about the spacecraft's safety and reliability, prompting calls for additional testing before the Starliner could be cleared for missions with astronauts on board. Despite these initial setbacks, Boeing remained committed to refining the Starliner and went ahead with a second unmanned test flight, OFT-2, in 2021. However, this mission also encountered its own set of issues, particularly with the spacecraft's propulsion system, which led to further delays in the Starliner becoming operational. The ongoing problems with the Starliner began to have real troubling impacts by early 2023. A group of astronauts found themselves essentially stranded on the ISS, unable to return to Earth on schedule due to the persistent technical failures and delays of the Starliner. This created a significant challenge for NASA and its partners, as the ISS has limited resources and capacity to support an extended stay for astronauts. The delay in their return posed increasing logistical and health challenges for the crew, who had to manage with dwindling supplies and growing concerns about their prolonged stay in space. The psychological strain of being stuck in orbit, away from family and unsure about their return timeline, was also weighing heavily on them. In response to this pressing issue, NASA collaborated with SpaceX to formulate an emergency plan using the SpaceX Dragon capsule, already proven in crewed missions since 2020. To attempt a rescue mission for the stranded astronauts. Despite the complexities and risks involved, since the Dragon was not initially designed for such an emergency scenario, preparations moved forward to execute this critical rescue operation. The dire situation with the astronauts stranded on the ISS took a dramatic turn when Elon Musk, in early 2024, made a shocking announcement that stirred the space industry. During a press conference, Musk revealed that an in-depth review by SpaceX had identified significant, previously undisclosed defects in the Starliner's design. These flaws, he claimed, posed a major risk to the safety of any crew aboard the Starliner. This announcement came while SpaceX engineers were assisting NASA with the contingency plans to save the stranded astronauts, during which they uncovered multiple issues with the Starliner's propulsion and life support systems. Musk highlighted that these vulnerabilities could potentially lead to catastrophic failures, endangering the lives of the crew. The revelation sparked immediate controversy, with Boeing and NASA quickly responding to defend the safety of the Starliner, asserting that any identified issues were being actively addressed. However, Musk's disclosure had already raised public and media concerns about Boeing's transparency and the overall safety of the Starliner program. The fallout from Elon Musk's revelations was swift and profound, casting a deeper shadow over the already beleaguered Starliner program. The public and governmental scrutiny intensified, with some voices advocating that the program should be discontinued in favor of relying solely on the more reliable SpaceX Dragon for future crewed missions. In an effort to address the concerns raised, Boeing launched an internal review and worked closely with NASA to implement stronger safety measures and conduct additional tests on the Starliner. Despite these efforts to rebuild trust and ensure the spacecraft's reliability, public confidence in the Starliner wavered, and its future was left hanging in the balance. The incident also sparked broader debates about the Commercial Crew program's effectiveness. This program was designed to promote innovation and competition among private companies in the space sector, but the issues with the Starliner raised doubts about whether it was achieving its goals and maintaining the necessary safety standards for space missions. Tensions rise as SpaceX steps in for a critical rescue, showing both the successes and ongoing problems in today's space exploration. SpaceX brings stranded crew back to Earth. As the debate over the Starliner heated up, NASA and SpaceX pressed on with their mission to bring back the astronauts marooned on the ISS. In March 2024, a SpaceX Dragon capsule was launched successfully, aimed at retrieving the spacefarers. This rescue was a critical and intricate task, demanding perfect teamwork among the ISS crew, NASA Mission Control, and SpaceX. The Dragon made a successful connection with the ISS, allowing the stranded astronauts to move on board. After several months aloft, they finally touched down on Earth, concluding their prolonged stay in space. This mission was celebrated as a significant victory for SpaceX, showcasing their prowess. Yet, it also shone a light on the persistent hurdles within the commercial crew program. Despite SpaceX's proven dependability, the ongoing issues with the Starliner sparked worries about the program's future viability. There were increasing demands for NASA to rethink its strategy towards commercial space ventures and to seek alternatives that prioritize the safety and dependability of manned flights. The situation with the Boeing Starliner and the isolated astronauts revealed far-reaching consequences for space travel's future. A vital takeaway was the critical need for openness and responsibility within the aerospace sector. The discovery of design flaws in the Starliner highlighted the necessity for stringent supervision and independent confirmation of safety measures, especially when human lives are involved. Moreover, this controversy prompted debates over the role of private entities in space exploration. Although the commercial crew program was intended to encourage competition and innovation, the setbacks with the Starliner showcased the dangers of depending solely on private firms for essential space tasks. Some critics suggested that NASA should adopt a more direct role in ensuring that safety and reliability are not overshadowed by financial and competitive concerns. Furthermore, the Starliner incident had implications for international space partnerships. The ISS represents a collaborative endeavor with multiple global space agencies, and the crew in distress included members from various nations. The rescue challenges highlighted the need for solid international collaboration and well-defined emergency plans and protocols. Following the turmoil caused by the Starliner, both Boeing and SpaceX were at a crossroads regarding their roles in the space sector. For Boeing, the focus was on rebuilding trust in the Starliner and resolving the technical difficulties that had beset the spacecraft. The firm undertook a thorough examination of the program and introduced more safety protocols. Yet it was uncertain if the Starliner would recover its status as a trustworthy choice for manned space missions. Conversely, the Dragon's triumph in the rescue mission further boosted SpaceX's status as a frontrunner in space endeavors. With a solid history of safe and dependable manned missions, SpaceX appeared set to maintain its lead in the commercial crew program. Nonetheless, the firm also faced the task of upholding its excellent standards while pursuing more daring projects like the Starship program and Mars colonization ambitions. The Starliner incident underscored the necessity for ongoing innovation and investment in space technology, along with a steadfast commitment to strict safety protocols. As space exploration progresses, the industry must find a balance between advancing and ensuring the safety and welfare of those venturing beyond our planet. Recent issues in space remind us of the real dangers, but also of the strong spirit pushing us to explore beyond our planet.
Starliner fails show real dangers of space. The turmoil with Boeing Starliner reminded us of the real challenges and risks linked to space endeavors. Although the space sector has achieved notable advancements lately, the ordeal involving the astronauts left adrift emphasized how critical it is to maintain openness, accountability, and safety across all facets of space travel. A major lesson from this incident was the urgent necessity for strict oversight and independent verification of safety protocols. As private firms become increasingly central to space exploration, it is imperative they adhere to the utmost standards to guarantee the safety of crewed missions. This will require ongoing cooperation among government agencies, private companies, and independent experts to identify and mitigate potential risks.
Another essential insight was the importance of having solid emergency strategies and procedures in place. The operation to rescue the astronauts was intricate and required meticulous planning and swift decision-making. Moving forward, it is crucial for space organizations and businesses to devise and continuously revise emergency plans to ensure they are prepared for any unforeseen complications that might arise during space missions. Furthermore, the Starliner event highlighted the crucial role of international collaboration in space exploration. The ISS is a collaborative project involving several nations, and the challenges encountered during the rescue operation showcase the importance of clear communication and cooperation among international partners. As ventures into space continue to reach farther from Earth, effective international cooperation will be key to ensuring the safety and success of future missions.
As we look to the future, the expansion of space exploration offers an intriguing mix of vast possibilities and formidable challenges. Recent issues with the Boeing Starliner have highlighted the inherent risks of traveling beyond Earth. These challenges remind us of the dangers lurking in the cosmos, but they also showcase the remarkable ability of the space community to adapt and innovate in response to unexpected problems. The travel into space has long captivated our imagination, pushing us to explore the unknown. The development of space exploration is expected to be driven by continuous advancements in technology and robust investment. Notably, companies like SpaceX are leading the charge with groundbreaking projects such as the Starship. Their goal is not just about exploring space, they envision building human settlements on Mars, a plan that once seemed like science fiction, but is now gradually becoming feasible.
Meanwhile, various other private firms and government agencies are pressing forward with their unique ventures. These range from missions aimed at returning to the moon to ambitious projects designed to construct novel habitats in space. Such initiatives are crucial as they contribute to our understanding of space and our ability to thrive in it. However, as the space industry continues to evolve, it becomes increasingly important to strike a balance between innovation and safety. The thrill of discovery must be matched with a commitment to the safety and well-being of the astronauts who dare to venture into space. Ensuring their safety means adhering to the highest standards of operation and maintaining clear and transparent communication among all involved. This is vital for fostering trust and cooperation across the global space community. The collaboration needed to navigate the complexities of space travel cannot be understated. It involves an intricate dance of international agencies, private companies, scientists, engineers, and countless other stakeholders. Each plays a critical role in shaping the future of space exploration. Their collective efforts are necessary to overcome the technical, physical, and financial hurdles that space exploration entails. The recent incidents involving the Boeing Starliner serve as a stark reminder of the risks associated with space travel. However, they also highlight the resilience and ingenuity of those involved in such missions. When astronauts found themselves stranded in space due to malfunctions, the swift and successful rescue operation not only saved lives, but also demonstrated the advanced capabilities and readiness of the space community to handle emergencies. These experiences underscore the continuous challenges and dangers of space exploration. Yet, they also reveal the immense potential of the space industry to tackle these challenges head-on and push the boundaries of what we currently believe is possible. The industry's ability to learn from mistakes and adapt quickly is crucial to its success and sustainability. Looking forward, the appeal of space exploration remains undiminished. It is one of the most challenging yet thrilling pursuits for humanity. As we continue to explore the unknown, we not only fulfill our natural curiosity, but also pave the way for advancements that could benefit all of humanity. The potential to discover new resources, develop new technologies, and perhaps even find other forms of life drives the relentless pursuit of space exploration. The future of space exploration is bright, filled with opportunities for significant breakthroughs that could reshape our understanding of the universe. As we aim to establish a human presence on Mars and beyond, the lessons learned from each mission will be invaluable. These lessons will guide future explorers and ensure that the travel into space is as safe as it is awe-inspiring. Could this shocking discovery signal the downfall of Boeing's space program, or is there still hope for a comeback that could surprise us all? What do you think about SpaceX stepping in to rescue stranded astronauts? Does it mark a turning point in space exploration, or is there more to the story? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.